War came to Oksana Balan's village in the Chernihiv region of Ukraine when Russian tanks rolled through as hostilities began in 2022. Her family mostly avoided the bombs and bullets that followed, but her 14-year-old daughter Sofia's efforts to document the invasion on social media drew the attention of Russian authorities. Fearing for their safety, Balan made the difficult decision to flee Ukraine with Sofia, as her husband stayed behind.
We understood that we have to do such decision for education of our daughter.
With just a few suitcases, the Balans eventually landed in Chicago in November 2022. They found temporary housing and assistance, thanks in part to the efforts of the nonprofit organization Refugee One.
We'll have served about 5,000 Ukrainians since the start of this war.
Zachary Dimitarko is a communications manager for Refugee One, which provides services to refugees from around the world seeking new lives in the Chicago area.
We provide cash assistance, enrollment in schools for children, help with tutoring, English classes, volunteers, mentors.
Balan says assistance from Refugee One, funded by both private donors and U.S. government programs, was crucial during their resettlement, including help securing a new apartment.
For newcomers, it's a huge challenge because they don't have social security, any credit score. Maybe they don't have enough salary for that. We worked at it for a few months and we did it.
If they hadn't come when they did, their life would probably be very dramatically different.
The overall funding package for humanitarian programs and military aid related to Ukraine ended September 30th, the close of the U.S. government's fiscal year. The lapse in funding since has impacted Refugee One's ongoing work.
We can no longer even take in or help Ukrainians who are arriving in the U.S. after September 30th.
New funding related to overall aid for Ukraine is at the center of continuing debate in the U.S. Congress.
It's affecting the war on the front lines, and it's affecting the war that's going on here in Chicago in terms of trying to deal with the situation of people not being able to rebuild their lives in the new country.
Sofia Balan, now 16, attends the Walter Payton College Preparatory High School and practices the viola with instructors at Chicago's Merit School of Music. She is grateful for the opportunities she now has, but worries about the political will in the U.S. to continue supporting refugees like her and soldiers still fighting in the country she fled.
You just turn on the news one morning and watch the news about how the U.S. Senate has run out of everything. And at that moment you wonder, what will happen to my country?
A country on the brink of a grim anniversary, 2 years since Russian forces invaded. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees estimates more than 6 million people have fled Ukraine since the war began in February 2022. Kane, Farabaugh, VOA News, Chicago.